The tree of liberty is nurtured by the blood of martyrs, and a lot of people have died in our struggle, and the international community has come on, and they are on La Republique's case right now, and La Republique is reacting to it. They sent their new prime minister to go and I don't know what they wanted him to go and do, but he was sent into the territory. What do you think? Have you listened to him, and what do you think?
Well, I watched him and I listened to him. At least his own peace plan was better than the one that Tangan Jipol carried. Because Tangan Jipol looked like a madman who was going through the market and picked up the peace plan. You know.
Yes.
This guy actually had almost like a tree.
Yes.
And the irony in that is, when I looked at it, I was just laughing because remember when we came out with peace plans?
Yes.
Telling now they are the ones carrying peace plans. I want our people to see the symbolism in that.
Yes.
Because when and this is where we give a lot of credit to Ground Zero. It is the sacrifices, it is everything that you people have done.
It's the girls that they drag in mud and the
Yes.
whole world saw that. Is the children who said the blow swivism.
Yes.
It's all the damage. You know, I wanted to say this, and I know you are a strong SCNC supporter. I am too, because SCNC is a movement that has actually given us a lot. It's given us a lot. It has kept our struggle going. But for a long time, SCNC had this line which says force of argument and not the argument of force. And for decades, that didn't bring any results. The Amber Boys came and reacted to La Republique's savagery, and they picked up their gun and they said is the argument of force, not a force of argument. And I just want to add another statement to that. And I think that's where we are now when you talk about these people bringing their peace plan. When you talk about the argument of force, it's not so much a firepower, it's more how you use that force. Because what the Amber Boys have done is that they have prevented La Republique from using their force effectively. And so what La Republique has done has turned around in rage and in frustration, and is taking it on civilians, and then they have been caught because among human beings, whether we are an international community that is well constituted or we're just a group of people, humans do not just stand and see other humans get slaughtered. At some point, it starts affecting them, and I'm going to qualify this. You know, when Adolf Hitler first started, right? He used to send his troops to go and shoot Jews. But this used to demoralize the troops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because humans don't just shoot humans or feel great when they kill other humans. And so what Hitler then did is like, okay, let's not have the troops shoot them again because they can't take it. We'll put them behind trucks and then we'll send carbon monoxide in the truck. Mm-hmm. But it took a long time for those people in the truck to die. That's how come Hitler then evolved in creating these gas chambers and chimneys. So what the Amber Boys have done, they have said, bring your machine guns, bring your helicopter gunships, bring it all up, but we will not give you a target.
Yeah. Now charge this. That charge we wanna define them every day. Now make this. I know the mass. I know the favor. I know the call my face. I be call my face now. That first time where I be the favor, but now I know the favor. I know say when I define me, but I know say when I see me. Even when I don't take now weekend money for come cut my head, come give for Mr. Beer. When I do it now when I time now me I will call when I. And as more time I will find Mr. Beer. Say where it. That church I saw the talk. That church I will when I talk every day. I made this. I know the fear now. Because I need to cover my face before I talk. God I can't sing them when they find me every day. And I made this. When I know place where I day. Why would I not come to place where I day? Or when I want to be foul? I don't be foul. Even when I can't surrender me for us, when I will see me, I will battle with una. Now my weapon is the way when every day. Day and night I will una. When una come, una see me. I know the fear una. And at one time, say maybe video go right for presidency. Maybe yes, yeah. That boy will worry. Na me, the worry. Na me, they for Kumbu town everywhere. Ondu, Tatum. Kambe, it's more time I go Kambe. I never worry for day. When I worry for day, when I know that I don't come. But now they for Kumbu. I wait una every day. Day and night I know they sleep for una. Until we get independent. I know keep the thing. The AK so we go until we get freedom. I know if you keep up at the way una. They go days on for una. Yes, na for una. At the way una. Day and night at the way una. I know they sleep. We see una. Until I take my land. Amazonia. I want to know some small thing when I see. When I say when I shoot me, if I shoot this far, that means when I shoot me. My father is for my phone. I want you to call with an example. No, I see. I want you to call with an example. No, I see. Now my boy them this. I don't feel like I'm saying no when I feel my body. I want me. I want me. My head. I want my me when I find me. Me when I find small body. Now me so a day for una. Until we get our freedom, I know we live una. Even when I like, I'm gonna sell like 50 stock. When I take China, the mess I'm for day. You come find me and I will get una. I want to tell you when I'm not here. My father. If I shoot you for that means when I will shoot me.
Boss.
Yeah, give them. I don't open her. Yeah, I need to fear them. I want to make the video so may go right for president of Bia and Mr. Bia. My father, you don't die.
You never die.
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 My father, if my father,
You never die. You never die.
I do it when I day and night. I do it when I day and night. My father, you don't die.
You never die.
You don't die.
You never die.
Bobby, I thought it was weeks, right? It's been 2 years now and counting. And so the whole thing is coming to an end. And so I just wanted to expand on that argument of force, that the argument of force doesn't mean you have the biggest machine gun trying to, no. You can just tactically, the Amber Boys have won, or they are beating La Republique because they're not giving them the target. You know, let me cut it short. You know, if you have your football team and you watch American football, and your team is not very strong, especially in the offensive, you build your defense and you shut down the other person's offense. That is really hard, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So I want to disagree with something that you said about the SCNC.
Tell me, Pa.
Yes, the motto for the SCNC was the force of argument, not the argument of force, as you said. And according to you, that did not achieve anything, and that is where I disagree with you.
Help me.
Because if the SCNC, if the SCNC was not there,
Mm-hmm.
where the education that our people have been able to pick up from 2016, people whom La Republique had successfully removed this idea that we had ever joined them, that narrative would have continued. Because of the work that the SCNC has done over the years, you have Consort. Consort has been in prison for how many years? Before 2016, when this thing started, he went to prison because of the SCNC. So for Dr. Mfongalamfo has been to every single capital. He has been to Umpo. The reason people came to this country, all the people that you are expecting them to support this revolution now, it is because of the work of the SCNC that people like Patience Tamfu, who are CBDM people, could come to this country and get asylum and try to fight against the struggle today. That is what the SCNC has been able to do. Keep the struggle afloat so that this day, today can come. That is what I wanted to say. As far as that argument of force is concerned, yes, we don't have the kind of power that La Republique has. And you and I have said on this show that what we have is one another. And that one another is what it is, our resolve. Our boys said they have only Dane guns and sticks. It is that resolve that they have, that steadfastness, that is intimidating La Republique, that is bringing La Republique to its knees. And all of a sudden, the people who came and said, just last December 31st, the guy came and said he was going to crush everything. And all of a sudden, we see people coming with peace plans. So they have not started coming with peace plans, but that resolve that our boys and girls and the people have shown through ghost towns, and they are shot in their rooms, their husbands pulled out and shot in front of them. They only clean them, go and give them a befitting burial, and come back and stay the course. That is what is killing La Republique. Because remember, look at what happened if you want to compare it with the people in La Republique. When Kamto did that his thing, and they shot a few rubber bullets here and there, everybody disappeared. They came to us with helicopter gunships with every kind of machine gun and armored car that you have ever seen. And that resolve, our people showed it.
I think you're saying the same thing I'm saying. I just think that you explained it better in more detail. And as far as the SCNC, nobody can ever take the contributions of the SCNC. But I'm just saying that our people did bring out their Dane guns at this point.
Yes,
and that's
because they had been pushed to the wall.
Yes,
and the SDF had never said, the SCNC had never said we'll never pick up guns. But there is a time for everything.
Okay, so so I like what you noted, that they begin to send that we used to carry peace plans and they came with machine guns. Mm-hmm. And we've rendered those machine guns ineffective in accomplishing what they want to accomplish.
Yes,
so they now begin to bring peace plans. Mm-hmm. But these peace plans, if you notice, there's some that come in secret. I don't know, but you and I definitely know that Atangan Paul brought a peace plan. Now Dion Ngute is bringing a peace plan. I don't know who is going to be coming next. But if you notice, one thing that is common among them is that they're sending our own people, turncoats, but our own people, to come and talk to us. And I think Dr. Monzo did address this very, very well. Mm-hmm. That when you send when you say Dion Ngute, when you send Philemon Yang, Atangan Paul, Dion Ngute to come and talk to us, you're making us have conversation within ourselves. We're not dialoguing in La Republique. They will pretend that, oh, he's our prime minister. No, they're playing a game. So it's us dialoguing between us. I heard Dion Ngute saying, oh, he called Paul Biya Papa. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, Pa, this is something that we need to understand. Yesterday, the United Nations announced a breakthrough in talks between the Hutu rebels in Yemen and the government. Did that happen in Yemen?
No. You don't move too fast, Pa. Let's address this thing about about sending these people to come and talk to us.
Yes, but
okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because those people talking in Yemen, they are not talking in Yemen. What I'm trying to say is that there is no talks that is going to happen in La Republique. So if anybody is coming to talk to you, that why is Paul Biya sending what is his name? Ngute.
Yeah, see, okay. I was going to come to that, okay? Because but the fact that they're sending our own people to come and talk to us, I think it's an issue.
But we have analyzed that on this show. These people are those people that the friend that they had. Those are, I don't know if you read The Old Man and the Medal. Those are some of the people that they have picked out. Those are liaisons. That they think that these are the best people that we can use to go and pacify them.
Yes, and I know you've talked about clientele politics.
Yes.
Now, the other thing, then the next thing is, it's funny how instead of talking to the leaders, to our leaders, they're sending Dion Ngute to go and talk to the general public. Is that a negotiation people have been talking about?
That is their strategy. They believe, and I think this is what when I watched one of those clips that he was talking in the market, that was my response. These are people who are like some of these are people in the struggle who don't do a self-assessment.
Yes.
That, okay, Philemon Young did this thing from 2016, I don't know when he started, with the teachers and the lawyers, and it went nowhere. He made so many trips to Bamenda and did everything that he could, and nothing came out of it.
So it's the same thing they repeat.
So they are people who cannot go back and say, okay, let us see what worked. So they are doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And worst of all is that they are bringing, you see, Von Dinka said, it is very dangerous when politicians who tell lies to their constituents
start believing
in those lies.
Yes.
You see, so this guy really believed that Papa had sent him to come and explain that just call the boys to come out of the bushes, he will give them jobs, he will do this, he will give them money.
For that before now, mommy don't come. Now mommy they cry, I beg. Mommy they cry, mommy they cry, mommy they cry, mommy they cry, mommy they cry. Una come, Amba, una there for push. I don't know how una there. I for come to una for day. They are not sending message. You go farm. I be beg, una come. I be beg una be my picking them. I be cry, una administration they cry. Oh man, the crowd. Una can't so they don't go do una no nothing. Mommy were there for years so. Una come, una bring that God there. Even now so. Mommy, una there my witness. Nothing. It's a go round and name down. May una be orientated. Either for some professional work or for some theory una feel learner. I beg. If una surrender those arms, God go do more better way for una. Mommy don't come. No una receive me for years. Don't have the population right there for them. So don't make me cassette. Una give me mando. Una don't be for leave mando for who? Leave mando for who? My picking them, my mommy them, my brother them. The place where they all run gonna be better place. They get farm for them. They get office for them. We are not always from them suffer. Some they don't go come back, no be so. We praise them, all they come back. Amba! Una come, mommy, they call una. Mommy, be ready for receive una.
These are people these boys went to the bush because you send your thugs to come and burn their bikes. The bikes that they were using to provide food and medical care and education to their children.
And transportation services to the population.
They came, they burned their villages, burned their houses, burned their food. Then they went to the bush. Why were they riding bikes after university studies? Because they had no employment. And then all of a sudden, you come with your big cocoyam head and you say, come out of the bush, I'll be able to give you jobs.
Yes.
Jobs somewhere.
Yeah.
When you go to France just gave you 100 million euro. When are you going to pay? You went to China the other day and borrowed. How are you going to create those jobs? There are floods everywhere. The place is going into the drains, and you're talking about people coming out of the bush. You need to give them jobs. Who are you fooling? So you see, he's starting to believe in those his own life.
Now, the Ngute does not. Let me tell you why. The Ngute himself, there's a francophone who said that all Ambazonians are secessionists. Mm-hmm. It includes John Ngute and all those people. So let's just leave it there. So do you think? But I want, before I come to John Fundi offering to be the mediator. Do you think, are they bypassing the leaders for a reason? Because when everybody in the international community has said there need to be a dialogue that goes to the root causes, is it this political campaign that they're having as though they're having in their own country, or are they gonna? I don't understand what the strategy is.
Well, last week we talked about John Fundi being their wingman. Mm-hmm. If you did not understand what we were saying at that time, mm-hmm. you can see it in play now.
Okay.
He himself came out and said, hey, the only reason I have this, my guys, is so that I can begin to talk to these people. So he is coming out now. It is his party. It's not even like he was in the meeting with Ngute. So he was on the table with the CPDM when they started their campaigns. Mm-hmm. So he is playing exactly the game
that he's been set up to play.
That he's been set up to play.
Yeah, no, that will fail because we're not stupid. But like you said, the other agreements you just mentioned with the that held in Switzerland, right?
Or between Yemen and
it was in Switzerland.
Yes.
So these people are not still taking us seriously. They are not taking us seriously because instead of talking to our leaders, they're coming and trying to talk to our population. There's this talk that when you see dictators bypass all the different controls that are put in a democratic system and start talking directly to the people and saying the people support me, you know that there's something wrong with the institutions that were put to take care of, to make sure the right things are done. They don't want to get caught in that trap. Mm-hmm. And so they're trying to they're going through the people. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what's going on, and nobody's going to get fooled because they're coming to us now because things are not looking very good. And some of the things that are not looking good is the pressure coming from the international community.
Yeah, John, the people will come there and they will look, they will listen. There was one gentleman who stood up and just like the parliamentarian Bobe Jwa, mm-hmm. when he told Musonge, mm-hmm. From there Musonge just went and disappeared. This guy, even though he was not as forceful in talking to John Ngute, he made the same points, that there is a problem that you people are refusing to see or address, and you are coming and talking about dialogue here. So it is never going to be effective. Our people know exactly what they want. So whether John Ngute and Philomen Yang and their chief president, whatever he is, they know what our people want. And you cannot come and say you are coming to dialogue. Oh, I'm ready to talk to you people now, but I'm going to talk to you. We are going to dialogue, but we are not going to talk about this thing.
Yeah, I heard him say that part. I heard him say the president is going to talk about everything else, but not secession. He mentioned that, right?
That is what he used.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: do you think after we've already experienced, how many years of federation did we travel La République, quote unquote federation?
That was about 6 years.
From 1961 to 72. We've given them everything. They came, they damaged our economy, they did everything. So we've given them everything. So nobody can ask us to go and repeat a federation again. Mm-hmm. And the people, the humans we've lost, the properties we've lost, did we lose all of this to go and have? And is there any scenario where you see us living under the same tent with La République?
I don't see how that is going to work. Even the people in La République, they know. I don't know how that is going to work. I mean, it will just be like you have petrol here and there's fire here. It is just waiting to blow up. So it is never going to work, and that is why I believe this, and I believe this with my whole heart. Whatever the international community is saying, whoever is saying, what determines your faith is what you people decide to do. If you make up your mind that you never be with La République anymore, nobody, even if it's going to take 100 years, you will never be with La République. And remember, we have said on this show so many times that there is nothing that we have ever put our mind on with these people that we have not achieved, and this is not going to be any different.
Yes. So let me just put it this way. So we're forced to learn German. We learn German. Then we're forced to learn English. We learn English. Then they are forcing us now to learn French, and they've been doing it for 57 years. The only unfortunate thing with the French is that it's a very inferior language, an inferior culture, inferior everything, and they've been trying to impose it on something that we have that is better. And that's why they face such a resistance. And if somebody is saying, because do you think that in any configuration we live with La République, they'll leave us alone?
No, they cannot. They cannot, because they have a pact with France. They can never leave us alone. So there is no way.
And part of the reason is not because we cannot work with La République. It's a French mission to, you remember this, last year, Macron was saying that, very soon, French would be the first language in the world because of all these Africans. So he's trying to get 8 more Africans to join, not only our resources, but also to join and boost. We were not meant to be a tool of France.